MeteoMark Weather Show. Let's get into some weather coverage here, but before we do, some viewers sent in photos and videos here from Lucas D. and Courtney from Linden, Texas, the stormy area of Texas. And we'll start off with some really nice springtime photos here across the area, where Courtney snapped some photo shots here of some very nice birds as well as some flowers across the Linden, Texas area. And as you can see, as we scroll through her photos here, these are very nice photos of springtime here, although springtime has an ugly side too, and I'll get to that here with Lucas's photos. But as Courtney has proven here with all of these photo shots here, we have a good and a tremendous amount of lush foliage, flowers, and a lot of wild birds out there across this part of Texas. And we get into the stormy section. It's the time of Texas here when those really bad storms move through, and Lucas caught some very, very ominous clouds here, some low cloud decks. And you can also see some areas where you got the downdraft of the thunderstorm with some of that heavy rain falling. So very, very bad thunderstorms that move through the areas. And of course, he finishes it off with a very nice Linden, Texas red orangish sunset. So very nice. Thank you, Lucas and Courtney, for sending these photos in. Let's take a look at precipitation amounts across the country. We're heading on into the end of the week, into the weekend, and early next week. These are basically through Monday night and Tuesday of next week. We see not too much to speak of. A little bit around the edges here. Great Lakes, a little bit here on the order of maybe a quarter, half an inch. Then we head up into the Pacific Northwest, and we get a bit up here as well. We're not looking at a tremendous amount, however, so nothing to really compare to this system that just moved through the eastern portion of the United States. So let's get right into those surface maps quickly here, heading on into the end of the week here. We've got that system pushing off the East Coast. We may still have some stray strong storms here, especially in Florida, as this front, as usually happens here, gets hung up along the Florida Peninsula. But we head up into the northeast and we finally push this front off. We'll still be getting some showers and maybe a thunderstorm off Cape Cod here, extending up towards down East Maine and eastern Maine, but we'll pretty much have this system on the move and out of the region. Now here in the Pacific Northwest, we'll start to get a few more systems moving in. We'll start to get this northern branch a little more active, and of course heading down into the Central Plains here, where we'll see some systems moving in for the weekend as well. We'll see some quick moving systems across the northeast. That'll keep things unsettled. Showery pattern, not an all-day rain event Saturday and Sunday, but we're talking about those scattered showers that move off ahead of these systems, almost like a springtime Alberta clipper. And these systems will pretty much set us up for the same kind of pattern for Monday. We've got a little bit of high pressure developing here along the Gulf Coast, but pretty much out west here, things get a little bit more active here in the Pacific Northwest. Other than that, as you can see, the central portion of the country, except for northern plains where we'll get some light systems moving through, we're not seeing a whole heck of a lot across the country, which is good news because the southern states here really have to do a major cleanup and rebuilding effort after those major tornadoes anywhere from North Texas, Arkansas, extending over towards Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. And of course places in North Carolina and Virginia as well, South Carolina. These areas did see a significant amount of severe weather damage. That's pretty much going to do it here at MeteoMark. I'm going to have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton in the Susquehanna River Valley. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark. Subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. You'll get all my updates here on Facebook that you don't normally get on these videos. Here's the 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers in the Susquehanna region of New York and Northeast Pennsylvania. Look at these numbers extending on through the forecast period. Pretty much moderate numbers through the weekend. Moderate as in close to normal, a little bit below normal, but close to normal. We extend on through the 60-degree temperature range, extending on towards the latter portion of the weekend into early next week. And take a look at this. We're not looking at too much weather to speak of. Like I said, we will have some scattered showers Saturday, Sunday, and heading on into maybe early Monday. But look at this, the new work week looking very nice and sunny. And not to mention, quite mild. Overnight lows, we're bumping it up towards finally getting above those freezing temperatures. That's going to do it here at MeteoMark.